Welcome everybody to another episode of Yo! Yo! Ay! Yay! Finding my fry, or let's say define it more and getting more control. So last episode was really nice. I had the Tobi Duncan coaching, and I was really stoked. And I found some this and that's. As always, check the chapters if you want to skip ahead. There will be a lot of chapters out there. Yeah. So as always, let's talk about the week. So I was doing some minor exercises. I try to be more consistent now that I do believe that I found the actual fry scream. You heard it in the intro. I think it's kind of neat, but I still need let's say a lot of focus to get in there, and I want to just nail it, right? So there are certain exercises, and last time I did say that I would cut in some Tobi Duncan stuff. I didn't do it. I I watched the video again of him and me, and I was like, dude, how would I ever be able to do this during my spare time beside doing exercises, having fun, family, doing those videos and work and stuff? There's no way. So today I just picked one really fun little exercise he just did. I do believe it's okay to show it because he said like don't show the whole thingy, but it's just a little exercise here, where he is kind of telling me like what I'm doing and what he does, because he's doing pitched fry screams for everyone who's not who's not knowing what this means, what the term means. So a basic fry scream is kind of like just the sound, just the distortion, and if you put a pitch behind or below, I'm not sure. Maybe it's voice and then distortion, or distortion and then voice. Not sure yet. I'm not at that level. It's like Chester Bennington, so it will be super loud. It's more of like a belting with distortion, kinda. Yeah, and Toby Duncan is doing this for over 10 years now, so he mastered this technique. And he's kind of like showing how he goes up, and I will enter this video right now. Wow! Yeah!
Right, so
Nice, man.
that's what mixed support is. You know, you have to bring that chest support with the texture and with the note.
Okay, you've seen this awesome stuff, I must say. So he comes from his chest fry sensation. So it's basically a so how I get it is more like let's say you do the glottal stop, our beloved so say hut without the with only the H. This will put the glottal stop here into action. And then put out just as little air as possible. And it's not really pushing through, but it's kind of pushing through. I think terminology isn't really easy there, at least for me as a non-native. So yeah, so you kind of and you try to aim the sound like above the voice box, not below, not behind, kind of like above. It's more like a twangish thingy. So if you think about Mongolian throat singing, hey, it's not in the nose, it's not in the nose. That's basically, I do believe this is what he's doing. So he's coming from a pretty normal note. Yeah. And then he's yeah. Yay! But I'm still not high enough, I think. So he mastered belting. I didn't. I'm still working on it. I do want to get up there. I did find this one exercise where you do like a falsetto note, and then you start to grin. This would be a mixed voice, but a really high one. And there I can kind of put the fry. But I think the note is not there yet. And also I'm still learning to hear my note. So maybe it's already a pitch, but I don't believe it. So let's test. Let's do the... And now I want to put a behind. I do believe it worked. Also, oh shit, this put a lot of pressure onto my head. That's what Tobi said as well. If you do this and you push and push and push, but it's so close that it's really hard for the air to get out, you will put a lot of pressure on your forehead. Kind of like, for me it's more like top of my head, but it feels like exploding, kind of. Yeah, so if you wonder why I'm not so surprised about the fry, I did this the whole week. Like, this was basically me on and off the whole time. My family hates it. I love it. And yeah, well, but now it's catched on the video, finally, because this is still my vocal diary. So the thing is, I can go in there from the beginning, but I can't reach this thickness that's Tobi creating. So he is using the same technique as Miriam told me, going high, where you kind of push down, like it's just a visual that you put in your mind. So you're not kind of restricting everything here. Like, you see? I can go up with or push down. And once I push down, I have more support, I guess. There comes more volume or mass, and I do believe I need more mass to master the pitch fry. Now I'm a bit in between two things, so I want to nail the high pitch fry screams. I will put another example of Tobi here because he needs credentials. Like, he is so good. Like, he's doing of Mice and Men kind of impression where he is like, okay, this is what I'm doing, like what I did. Now comes his video.
I'm gonna do like an of Mice and Men type scream.
Alright, here we are. And now he's doing his thing, his Chester Bennington kind of style, so pitched vocal fry. Here we go.
Yeah! But like post-hardcore style counterpart scream! Lots of body.
And here we are back again. So you see the difference. So I'm kind of stuck in the Of Mice and Men, but you know what? I like this music, so let's stick with it. Maybe this is good for a first cover or something, but I still need to be more consistent with this kind of style, because right now, you heard it as I tried to jump in there. It wasn't really easy for me, let's say it like this. I still try to get some of the Reddit tutorials, but I still can't figure out, like, there's this one guy who has such a nice way of explaining stuff. And he goes like the normal Khoomei voice kind of thingy. And then you have to take out the note, the then he's like kind of doing this gagging sound. I did it before, like where I almost like had a real gag motion. And he's just pushing through there, and I don't know how. I really don't know how, and I'm not sure if I end up in the same kind of situation where he did with my attempt. My attempt is kind of more. I do feel it's still based off luck, but not that much, you know? Like, my muscle memory is building up, but it's still a hit or miss sometimes. Yeah, and let's try to get in there again. So what I would do is kind of like the baby steps. The vocal fry thingy, I don't really need it anymore, but I would do it for the purpose of showing here. See, I can't. I immediately go into which is Kargyraa, I think. Okay, there we go. Okay, so this would be the one. And what I figured is I have to really place it good. Like, I'm getting better at it, better and better and better. I could even see me talking like this, and now I'm even. You see, it's very nasal right now, and I'm even talking a bit higher. So this is still me, and it's still there. Yay! 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 This is coming from the and putting some. Yeah. See, it's all somehow connected. It's really hard to grasp, but you know, there's a reason why a lot of people are teaching the same thing. Although the people out there do think it's not a good way to start with vocal fry, and I can see why, because it's kind of misleading, but not in the way like it's totally wrong. It's more like much harder to get from this point to the other point. But then again, for me it worked. It just took, which video is this? 24 videos. So 24 weeks, roughly. -2 because this was false code only. Or 3, I don't know. Let's say 20 weeks. Yeah, so... And if I strip it down, I do end in the vocal. Sorry, too much air in the system. I do end up in the vocal fry somehow. So it can't be that wrong, right? But what I can tell you is that. What? Wait a minute. This sits. This totally sits in the soft palate, like completely. There's no nasal stuff going on. It's just soft palate only. I'm trying to play with the placement so I can explain better. This comes a lot from the throat. Okay, I will try to backward engineer the without distortion. Okay, so the glottal stop is really close here. I'm pushing more air through the system, so I do believe the glottal stop didn't really change. I'm kind of out of breath right now. I do believe the glottal stop didn't really change. At least it doesn't feel like it changed. But what did change is the amount of air I'm forcing, pushing, letting out. Choose your definition. Yeah, so it's kind of nice that I'm actually kind of able to do this. Oh man. So now the big task is to get more consistent. How will I do this? Not too easy if you ask me, because it takes a lot of focus, concentration, and you have to commit to exercises. So what you could do is do the vowel triangle. I love getting this paper out. There we go. Vowel triangle, where is it? Here it is. Vowel triangle. We need this one. You will just try to get in there. What I didn't figure yet is, which is kind of like, okay, why isn't this happening to me? It's always kind of loud when I do this. But people say, okay, you can master this technique before getting loud. So maybe I would try getting quieter as well. Let's try this. Let's try this first. So let's try to get in there again. You will see the process of getting in there isn't so easy for me. I can just, if I just imagine the I still need some and of course you don't need any face motion at all to do those techniques, but they help. Once you nail the perfect technique, you can stay motionless. And if you want to be really cool on the stage, you really have to put some facial expressions out there. So just doing "Oh!" won't sell anything, right? But doing "Oh! Oh!" for me, it's still not working that good. It was a bad example. Don't do this. Yeah, so. Ow! 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 Let's try A. 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 E. It's loud. Let's try quieter. Don't mess with the placement. I just heard like he. Try to get back into this what was it called? Like twang. Yeah, tonal twang. So not the nasal twang, the tonal twang. Hey. It's really, it's actually, wait, I just, hey. So if you can do this, hey, which is basically like the beginning of the Khoomei voice, hey, a carbon copy of placement, I'd say. Hey, 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 hey. Not in the nose. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Yay! Hey, 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 hey. Sorry for the burp. E, 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 E. E, E, E makes the A, E makes the E, E makes the A, E makes the E, A makes the A, E makes the E, A makes the A, U makes the U, yo, yo, O make. I didn't really. It's as if I don't know the vowels now. I still need to take a peek. A, E, I missed the I. I makes the I. I. Oh, that was hard. See, I was talking. And because I do think the mechanics of talking, I mean, they have to be different, right? But it's so different that I need to re-enable the fry scream. Okay. While watching my videos, I figured that sometimes when I laugh, which I can't just do right now, can I? I kind of do like false chord laughing. I didn't know this. Not this one, the other one. You will sometimes it's just like stupid sentences and they come out like no, not like this. I can't even reproduce, you see. But I love it. So it's a bit of exercise of false chords already. Okay, continue. Hey, 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 hey. A, I, E, A, I, A, I. So there's still a bit of variation of quality. Do I really have to breathe that hard? I mean, I'm almost out of breath by listening to myself breathing so hard. I need to work on this. I mean, if I listen to Landmarks, by the way, I will attempt a Architects concert next week. I'm so stoked. And Landmarks is support and President. I never heard them before, but I just checked them yesterday and it's such a nice band. So Landmarks, I really love them. While I can't speak French, I do think they speak French sometimes. Their screams are almost always in English. I figured so. And he's doing this. The quality is the quality of the scream is changing. That's good to know. Or let's say, I do believe it's still like a placement stuff. Let's do the beginning again. Nano Max 260! Nano Max 260! Yo! 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 Nano Max 260! No! Yo! What was this? Yo! This is nice! Okay, it comes from the much rumblier. Yo! 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 Hit, 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 yeah, 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 yeah. Cut on the yellow. Cut on the yellow. Cut on the yellow. That's gonna be yours. Those. That's gonna be yours. Cut down the other. God. Oh. I feel like I'm switching between 3 different placements. One is the, let's try to get in there. Hey, 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 hey! What is like this when I speak like this? Like this when I speak like this? Like this when I speak like this? I wanna really slow it down when it sounds like this. Like a bad whiny. Whiny. And then, let's try the other one. It starts with the same, but it takes more, even more stamina. Okay. Hey. Wait a minute. Some spit. There we go. Hey, 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 this one is much more like there's some wetness to it. This is much more wet, isn't it? So if I scream like this, what is going on then? I'm losing this technique really fast. Let's take the third one. Hey, 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 ha, ha, ah, ah, ah. Yo! 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 When I scream like this, how does this sound? Is anything Okay, let's do some false chords for relaxation. Sometimes it helps to relax the throat. Sounds funny, but that's how it is. It's like yawning. Okay, let's do a voice check. Let's do a slide. Okay. Actually, I do believe maybe I have an underdeveloped chest voice, since I'm not singing that much in chest voice, or I do believe I don't sing that much in chest voice. So maybe I need to work on this as well. Let's try to let's try to put the more into a chesty placement. I just try to lower the pitch first. That's not easy. Okay, let's try again. That's not easy. Okay, I think I'm losing support by moving down, so I really have to focus on the support here. Stand straight. Miriam just watched one of my videos and she said I'm sometimes doing something like this or in this direction, so I have to keep this in mind as well. Stand straight. Poop muscle activated. Inhale nice. Hey, 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 it's hard. Like coming from the hypercompressed one. Hey, 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 hey. Where's the hypercompression? Come on now. Ay, 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 there we go. Ay, I'd make the sound brighter, but not higher. Okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hey, hey, hey! Hey, hey, hey! Hey, hey, hey! Hey! Whoa! No! 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 Okay, alright. I'm sweating. Wow! Okay, let's try to put it into the chest again. Okay, so but it was a support thing. Did you hear the difference? When I went, yeah, 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 no, no, no. Shut up when I'm talking to you! Shut up! Shut up! I'm about to break! 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 Yoink! 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 Maybe the placement I'm searching for the chest isn't the correct one. It's not the same. I think it's not the same as for the head voice for the falsetto. Hey, 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 that's gonna be us! Yay! Cut down the alto! Cut down the alto! Oh, what's their voice? Cut down the alto! Cut down the alto! I had the power of a dying sun! I climbed the altar and I cried, my place is gone! 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 How is she doing this? God! I still think it's a hybrid. I did ask this question on Reddit, screaming, and people were like, he's just doing the lazy fry thingy. Hey, I have the power of a dying sun. People are saying she's doing some hybrids. I have the power of a dying sun! Sun! But then again, she has some voice behind. Sun! 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 I have the power of a dying sun! I climb the altar and I climb, my place is gone! 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 There was a little bit of lower placement there. A little bit of darker pitch. I climbed the altar and I climbed, my place is gone, 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 gone. God! 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 the power of a dying sun. I climbed the altar and I climbed my place as God. 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 I had the power of a dying sun. I climbed the altar and I climbed the altar and I climbed my place as God. Saga with me. Sometimes false chords are so much easier. Even though I'm still not really good at them. Too much air and stuff. Another video. I would say that's it for today. Let's do another transition to see how my voice is holding up. I can tell you, I do feel a little bit, but it's not like pain or stress or something. It's just like, okay, I did something today that I'm not doing that much on other days. So this is fine. This is totally fine for me. Yeah, so, no swear words. So, wow. What was happening here? Let's rewind a little bit. So, I came from, put it together with, ended up with this fake fry, whisper fry stuff. Did some Khoomei or Khoomei placement, which is actually the game changer, to be honest. So if you know this, this is different. What is this now? This will be normal fry, wouldn't it? Yeah, pretty sure. So normal fry, scream. Adding some false chord to it. I had the power of a dying sun. I climbed the altar and I climbed my place as God. Okay. There was a lot of voice in there, but was it healthy? I climbed the altar and I had the power of a dying sun. I climbed the altar and I climbed my place as God. God. I had the power of a dying sun. I had some burps in me as well. Okay, let's do the transition and stop here. I can go on forever. Okay, which is good because that means there's not a lot of stress in here. So, cleaning my throat. Oh, by the way, last time I said I'm really healthy, right? Well, guess what? I'm catching a cold again. That's what's happening. So, let's come from here, from down under. Let's start. next time. Thanks for jumping into this video. Do you even say this? I'm still trying to get some like lines in here every now and then. So I like the intro, the hello and welcome to the channel where we do some and then just to catch some attention, you know. I mean, let's be honest, those videos aren't really for entertainment. They are more like educational, but then again, more like maybe like a biopic of myself, maybe. Oh, there was the false chord love, not the bright one, but the. I just can't do that. There. So what? Let's cut it. Bye. See you next time.